get here, so give me a minute.
All right, everybody. So I'm live for the meeting.
Okay? All right, thank you.
So it looks like they're not letting in the public quite yet. I did see someone go in. It looks like the lawyer went in. I think this is Felicia Powell here. Security guard just told us they're not letting public in yet. Although I would think that would mean they would be letting the trustees in. So he just told us that they're. What? I'm live now too, just so you know.
All right, you guys, give me 1 second. We'll open up the door. Pull this in here.
And my wife is too.
No, I gotta hold on.
Wait, no, this is my wife. This is my wife.
No, we can't do that. We can't. You ask me.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second.
He's coming in. Give me a second.
Hey French, how are you, buddy? So if you're just tuning in, so they're having an argument because the security guard is saying that only certain people can come in right away. So they're not letting one of the spouses of one of the trustees inside.
And where's my mother at? She coming in and everybody else can come in.
I'm a commissioner. We do not lock the door on the public.
I'm not getting into it.
Y'all can come in. Y'all
It's only a few minutes until we
Y'all
get
can come
in.
in.
We
We
just
do
got
not
a
lock
few
the door on
minutes.
the public. Yourself in the middle of it. How about you stand back and listen to the commissioner, the elected officials?
Who's elected official?
I agree both of
Okay,
them.
but then these
You're listening to employees that work for us. You're listening to employees that work for
Definitely
us.
work for us.
But you guys are elected officials. That's fine.
So step back.
Anybody else then has to
No, that's not how we do it. We are the
You guys
commissioners.
need to hold on until 6. We need to hold on until 6.
Right now, you're blocking
Don't
my
need to
person.
hold on.
You're blocking the commissioner.
Okay, but I don't have any documentation. All I'm asking you guys to do is hold out till 6 o'clock. That's all I'm asking. Hold on just 1 minute. If we can just hold on 1 moment till 6 is all I'm saying.
Let's be clear.
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay.
We employ you guys.
Okay.
Y'all don't employ us.
that's what they gotta do.
And I understand that, man. But what I'm
We
saying to you is
employ
that
you,
if you guys
and
are
it's
elected
6
officials, I was just giving
Why would you leave the
instructions.
public
That's
outside?
So we got a few minutes to 6.
It's 6 o'clock.
That's 5 minutes to 6.
It's 6 o'clock, right?
No, I'm on payroll. No, I'm working for an outside entity. But
Okay, well, after
this is
it's
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
done after today.
So now
So
we
listen,
coming in.
So,
But listen,
the public
here's the
can come in.
thing.
We coming in.
Now you guys can hold. We can hold out. Just give me a
It's
few
6
moments,
o'clock.
please, guys. It's not 6 o'clock. No, it's not
already.
6. We got a few minutes. We got about 4
It's
minutes.
6 o'clock.
Can we
You
please
really
hang
gonna
out?
talk about 4 minutes?
Hang out for a few minutes. Well, the thing is, we need to wait. The meeting
What
is
has to
due to
happen
start at
for
6
a
o'clock.
minute?
That's all. That's
Okay,
it.
Yes, if the
it
meeting
ain't
starts at
gotta
6 o'clock, how
stop.
would it
All
be
right,
6
I
o'clock?
don't listen, guys. I don't want to get twisted up in this, and I don't want to get
How
everybody
is it
riled up.
gonna
All
be
I'm saying is that,
And
all
you
I'm
know
saying is
that
that
both
I
of
was
us
giving
are
instructions
commissioners.
for you, but then
If
you
you
guys are
know
free to
for a
walk
fact
in.
there's
And
no
But
they
you
way
come
can't. But
in
everybody else is
too.
not.
And they
Everybody else is
coming
not
in too.
commissioned. So that's the thing.
They
Everybody else is
coming in.
not
Leave the
commissioned. You
public
guys are
outside.
commissioners.
Go
That's
ahead.
fine. I have a
Come
problem
in
with
too.
that.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is that you guys can come in, but everybody else should not be able to come allowed to come behind you guys. That's it. So if you're commissioners, then
I'm
you're
not
part
leaving
of
my
the
attorney
commission, then you're
outside. My
fine.
attorney is with me. I'm
Exactly.
bringing
And
my
that's
attorney in.
our
Alright,
My attorney's gonna come in with me.
That's fine, man.
Come on, Jack. Jack, you
coming
come in,
in.
and my wife is gonna
Let's
come
go,
in
and
the
the
building. My
wife
wife
is
is gonna come in the
coming in.
building. I'm not leaving my wife outside.
I understand that, sir, but you got
They not come around this way. I don't have to listen.
That's all, man. 6 o'clock, then we'll open the door. It's supposed to start at 6, then we'll start. That's all I'm asking. All right, that's fine.
Crazy. The public
All right,
can
hold
come
on
in.
1
Let's
second,
go.
1
Come
second,
in.
sir.
Everybody.
1 second. Give me 1 minute.
Come in. Come on in.
1 second.
Mama, let's go. Come on in. Let's go. We're not standing outside. Right. And we're elected officials. Let's go. Come in. Everybody is open to the community. Let's go.
We're not trying to do it. You're telling you how I'm asking
We're
you
not
to
listening.
but
You're
you guys
not
are.
for us.
But
We
you
don't
all are
work
fair.
for
I'm
you.
not saying.
We don't work
You
for
listen
you.
to a receptionist that we employ.
I respect you
We
guys
don't
are
work for
officials.
you.
Listen,
You
I
are
understand.
our employee.
And I
And that's
understand
I
you guys.
think
I
you
understand
If
you
you
guys.
understand it, then why are you still listening to the receptionist?
I have no issue or problem with you guys being commissioners coming in as needed, because that's what they want. They want all the commissioners. But any outsiders, anybody else has to wait until the 6 o'clock.
Why would we leave the
That's
public
all I'm saying,
outside
but-
during
but-
a
sir,
meeting that's not even
I was just
posted?
listening.
So how do they
I'm
even know when to
following
be here?
instructions I was given.
The meeting
I don't- you
was
know,
never
that's-
posted.
And then they
There
want to
was
leave y'all
no
outside till
meeting
6 o'clock,
posted.
so they can have the meeting
None
right
at
now while
all.
nobody sees it.
No,
We know the type of
we
tactics
said
that they
6 o'clock,
do.
it's 6 o'clock.
I get it, you're just
6 o'clock,
employed
it's
here,
6
but I'm
o'clock.
telling you, they're sending you on the wrong mission.
No, well,
And you don't get
it's
it.
6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, man.
Yes, I'm a commissioner, she's
And
a
I am
commissioner,
too.
but we're not leaving our family out here.
Well, the
Exactly.
commissioners are, well, free to go in, that's no problem. It's
Okay,
everybody
but why
else
am I
hold up
leaving
to
my
6 o'clock.
family?
That's all I'm saying, sir. Huh? Yeah, I understand.
So can he go in? Can he go in since he works for
We got 1 minute, we got 1 minute,
We
6
just
o'clock.
said that if you ain't a part of the park district, so how he gonna have his wife go in?
Well, I didn't have nobody come in. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm saying.
no, no,
No, I didn't, I wasn't letting nobody's in at this point.
So okay,
That's all.
so okay, nobody going in.
Ah,
No,
not
no,
pay
no,
nobody.
no,
Okay, you ain't gonna, come on, nobody, come on. He got me messed up, come on, nobody.
Everybody in,
Alright,
everybody
I'm bringing
in.
my wife.
6 o'clock.
Because we the commissioners,
Okay, let's do it.
everybody in, we
I'm a
can
commissioner too.
Go
If
in,
you have
Jack.
my permission to go in, you're not
go
breaching the
in,
peace
that's
and
our
everything.
attorney.
This is our door.
Go in.
You ain't gotta worry about him.
Now, so that's fine.
Here comes my chief of staff.
Alright, come on, it's 6 o'clock.
Record all
This
this.
is ridiculous. Where?
Just,
Alright. This way, we're going this way. We need to go this way.
they got like
He
sick.
didn't want to let us.
Right here, we need
And this is
this
the
way.
type of stuff that we deal with on a daily. This is a board meeting, and that's ridiculous. To get into a board meeting.
Alright,
So
so
imagine
go on
if you
in.
want to see the finances. He's not even on the board.
Who is that?
How is he saying he's not on the board?
Whoa,
He's
whoa.
not even on the board. What's going on here? This is interesting. This is interesting.
Alright, guys.
So he lost the previous election. He said he's sitting in the car.
Can we clear it up, see, ladies and gentlemen? Make sure that we maintain and control order, law and order here. That's what we want to do today. All right, so can we please do that? Can we please sit down and make sure that we talk respectfully to each other to be able to get along? Get the meeting done, get the appointments to be brought out, and that's it. Can we please do that? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey,
The Harvey Park District Regular Board Meeting, July, April 2025. At 6:01. Public notice hereby given to the public that at the call of the Board of Commissioners, regular board meeting of the Harvey Park District Board of Commissioners will be held at the hours of 6 p.m. on Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. At the location identified above. The following matter may be discussed or decided at the regular board meeting. Can we get a roll call?
Commissioner McCaskill.
Here.
Commissioner Keisha Brown O'Neill here. Commissioner Joyce Brown here. Vice President Edward McCaskill. Commissioner Floyd Coleman.
Here.
Commissioner Cotton's here too, so they can't say they illegally picked me off the board, which they did.
When we understand for prayer.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. Ready to hide in the civil with you, bro.
President to the flag of the United States of America.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for everyone coming out. Heavenly Father, bless this meeting. Cover everyone. Heavenly Father, give thanks in your name. Lord, we bless the new commissioner that's here. We bless them all. Heavenly
Floyd is McCaskill's son.
Roll. Roll call. All right. Matter of public comments, you got 2 minutes.
Y'all didn't let them in till 6 o'clock, I already know.
Oh, yeah,
Does
yeah.
anybody want to speak?
All right.
You guys-
Yes.
Anybody wanna speak? Anybody wanna make a comment?
Hey, we gonna continue with this this meeting.
Somebody just
No
said they want
interruption.
to, they said they want to speak.
Okay, moving on, moving forward. Bill, list, April.
Excuse me, I'm a member of the public. I have a, we should be given the opportunity to comment.
I did give you a chance.
Okay, I raised my hand.
Where's the comment card?
Okay,
Comment card up there, go get them, right?
Can't I just say my comment?
Let me stand up. We didn't know nothing about this meeting. They didn't post it nowhere. They didn't post, I don't care
I
about
like
that.
to,
They didn't post it anywhere. And now all of a sudden, Mr. Coleman is back on the board. I beat Coleman in the election.
I second it.
He can't motion anything, he's not a board member.
That's first. They didn't post it. They didn't have this meeting. It has not been posted anywhere. Commissioner Marvin McCaskill, I'm here.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown? Here. Vice President Aaron McCaskill? President Floyd Coleman?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn is done.
And she's on a whole other board. You can't say so, she's they're incompatible.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Felicia Johnson is a trustee on the library board. Amir
That's why
McCaskill
she's
is
looking at you. They don't
also
treat her
on
like
the
that.
library
She's a
board.
straight up wench.
They are both on 2 different boards. They're on this board and they're also on the library board.
Oh, and then they sent a letter from Delgado's office saying that I was moving the board, but nobody actually sent me anything. No notice, anything. I didn't get anything. They can't clear me out of the building that I'm the commissioner of. That is not how that works.
Right.
That is not how it works.
It's not, lock up, please.
And why is Floyd Coleman? Floyd Coleman was not elected. Why is he even there?
Ladies and gentlemen, please clear the building.
Floyd Coleman was not elected.
All of the commissioners have contact information. There is no reason they should have contact information. Every commissioner on that board has my contact information. There was no way I got notified about me. There's no way I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand.
Let's clear the building this time. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clear the building.
They didn't give
Let's
me
clear the building this time, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to just.
Like this is ridiculous.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's clear the building this time. Let's go. Let's clear the building. Let's clear the building.
Wow.
May I ask to clear the building, everybody? Clear the building, please. Ladies and gentlemen, may we clear the building, please? May we clear the building?
I'm not clear nothing right now. I'm talking right now. 1 second.
Guy, yeah, the commissioners are in charge, guys. Sorry. And ultimately, we're in charge. We're the people. So
Call Harvey Police Department.
you can yell all you want, but
Clear it.
yeah, if you want to call Mayor Clark's police, go ahead, because I don't know what they're gonna do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's clear the building.
And the executive director, 2 kids on the board, and the other woman that they owe favors to. All of that. How was somebody that got beat out of an election still holding me?
And I beat him.
How is he still on the board?
That's what I was wondering. Floyd Coleman's
I had
not
a conversation
elected.
with Hope on the phone about a month ago, and she didn't say nothing about me
All right,
giving.
now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's right. It's right, because it didn't happen. That's why it's right. It did not happen. It did not happen. And I really have to say about
All right, all right, I'll explain. Ladies and gentlemen, let me clear. Clear the building, please. Maybe clear the building, please. All right, y'all, let's go. Come on, y'all.
Sir, do you know, was 48 hours notice given for the meeting?
If you wanted to meet me,
You're illegally being on this board. Period. You ain't gonna do nothing.
trying to see
All
out
right,
there.
y'all, let's go,
This ain't that right here.
What? Wait, which what? What? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Let's go, come on, y'all, let's go.
But that's the problem.
Yeah, come on, come on, come on.
Corrupt. They don't have no remorse for nothing. They think they can do whatever they want. They think they can do whatever they want. They've been controlling the boards for the longest. The Harvey Partnership, the library board. We can't even get access to the. No, you're being privy to bullshit.
No, because you got hired. Y'all heard that? That's why you shitting letting black people shit on other black people? Because you were hired? Y'all pieces of shit. Y'all pieces of shit. And then y'all want to sit up here and talk about Trump? And we got niggas shitting on niggas? That's worse than Trump. That's worse than Trump. Write that shit down. This is y'all sit up here and let a whole fucking family take over a government agency. Then y'all turn around and make her the fucking commissioner.
Yep.
This shit is crooked. And it's not okay just because these people are poor.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now I got the recording, sweetheart. Don't play that. Don't play that. I got the recording. So relax. Because I know exactly what you said to me on the phone. But it's okay. Because I'm having the feds call you immediately. Don't worry about it. We're going to have the feds all up in here. So I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready to spend the last of your days in a prison. And I'm going to make sure of it, sweetheart. Okay. I hope the rest of your ladies spend the last of your days. So hopefully you get your stuff together. I will. But you stopped him. You, how do you still have record? How do you still have record? You, sir. I know you walked up to me. You walked up to me. You walked up to me.
Hey, that's Anthony McCaskill on the blue.
What about you walking up to me? I didn't walk up to nobody. Okay.
You like to start stuff with women. Like we get up when you're yelling at them.
Hey,
At an elder.
So, how does he still has the financial record for the park district? Just because you're messing with the executive director or married to her, supposedly, because a while ago she put on the FHA loan, she's a single woman. How are you still messing with, like, how do you still have the financial stuff for the park district? How are you still controlling it? We don't pay a treasurer as far as I know. We don't know nobody's salary.
Right.
You see, they all their packages was way thicker than Lakeisha's. Nobody here got a real package.
Wow.
Don't nobody know what the finances are. Nothing.
We don't.
Nothing.
We don't. And I
But this
asked
is what
for
they
it.
do. When people start arguing against them and don't want to just go with the status quo, they just turn around and they say, meet adjourned, meet adjourned. How does Floyd still have a gavel today? He lost the election
To me.
2 months ago.
That's what I don't understand.
lost-
How does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't
How can he call anything?
Yeah. He lost the election.
And I'm not one to
And
criticize
they got
nobody
him
or talk about
sitting
nobody, but she
But
is
then-
completely.
Not only that, let's
she's not
talk
there.
about how we see both Amir McCaskill and Felicia Johnson Powell. Why are they over here? They were both elected on the library board. So why are they here? They're not
That's
supposed to
right.
be here. And technically her seat is vacant, Amir McCaskill, on this board. It's
That's because they
void.
got their yes men just voting. So I guarantee you, none of this minutes was posted. Nothing from that meeting where I was so far removed. None of it's going to come out until later today when they're going to supposedly publish it all of a sudden. Because they like to falsify documents. They like to go
That's
back
true.
and clean up some of their mess, but they won't be able to this time. There's nothing. If you look at the website right now, there's nothing on there that says what the meeting agenda was, what the minutes were, nothing. There's nothing on there right now. The last thing they have on there is from 2024. 2024. I've only been to 2 board meetings. It's not because I didn't want to come. It's because I kept showing up and nobody was here. And then when I would reach out to the executive director that we pay to answer the phone, never wants to answer the phone. Like, make this make sense. But y'all want to sit here and say, we just not trying to, like, do what we're trying to do what we was elected to do. But it's crazy because people like them, their family is monopolizing the city and stealing the money. All the money is stolen. And then you got people like her. How do y'all elect her to a library board and she just got arrested? Didn't she get, what is something with her? Murdering her husband and they helped her out? That's why she's so loyal to them?
Yeah.
That's why. Like, let's make this make sense. Like, just because the city don't have that much money, that don't mean people should come in and just steal what they want. How is that fair? and then can just write a letter and somebody removed off the board. No judicial process, nothing. No notices, no. I don't even have a bill that they say I owe.
Let's be clear, also, I've been asking for packets and keys. They have yet to give me keys. Me and Wayman both have been locked out. I've been locked out. I won this election May 3rd of 2025. I've been locked out of the facilities, and so has Wayman.
I've been locked out for the last 2 years.
A while.
After I got sworn in, I asked for a meeting to ask what the finances were because I wanted to create a program, but the executive director told me, exactly, I have to see what I can do, or we don't have the money for me to start a garden. A garden, come on now. It doesn't take that much money to start a garden. But that's because they're too busy stealing the money to actually give people the access that they want to the park district. There's events going on every other day here. We don't know what they're for.
We don't know that's another thing. They just had an event today. We knew nothing about the event. Nothing. Wow. They had it at the Holmes Recreational Center. We knew nothing about it.
I just recommend that the citizens
They had
a
bike
it's been happening for years.
Just on Sunday, we didn't know about that either. They supposed to call us and let us know. We're not being called. Nothing is being said.
No one's sending us notices about meetings. No one's
nothing.
I don't even see
the
what's
only
crazy
reason
is
why we know about this meeting. Guess why? Because when I asked when are the board meetings, Dr. Keisha McCaskill said in an email, "Oh, it's going to be July 8th." I said, "Are you going to post this?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going to post it."
You can turn around and look at that building right there. There's nothing posted on there saying anything about a board meeting.
Do you see anything posted about this board meeting today?
Was there anything posted at the Park District building?
Not at the other
If you go down the street on Broadway where our office is, 15335 Broadway, you will see no postings of this meeting today. That's why a lot of the community is not here, because they're not informing the community about what's going on with the Harvey Park District.
And that family has control of the board. They have 2 of their kids on there, and technically one person that they own, because I guess she's been leeching off the park district somehow with insurance. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even have a way to verify because I don't know the finances.
They don't tell us.
They don't tell us anything. I haven't seen a financial statement since I've been to board meeting. And like I said, as soon as I asked for one, that's when they stopped sending me notices. That's when I never got another notice about another board meeting. Because I asked too many questions.
Yeah, I hear you, Trina. We will. Don't worry. I saw your comments.
That's pretty much it. Like I said, I just hope the residents start getting involved. It's really sad that it come to this point because of the fact that, like, I really actually do care for the park district, and it's sad that this type of stuff is what's discouraging the people. It's what makes people not want to run in Harvey politics because of the stuff like this.
Oh, and for our viewers,
this is one of McCaskill's lawn trucks right here. That's why he's over here. This is his lawn service that his family is benefiting from. The executive director, Dr. Keisha McCaskill, gives the lawn service to her husband, Aaron McCaskill, and that's his supposed entrepreneurship.
so all the lawn care is also within that same family?
It's through them. That's the only thing the park district has is grass. So that's the majority of where the money goes. It's to grass. Like I said, it's just it's discouraging. It's sad that it got to this point. I really would have hoped something would have came productive out of the meeting. I mean, it's only so much you can do, but I know I probably lost my cool a little bit, but it gets frustrating to the point where it's like nobody's listening. Nobody cares. Everybody thinks you're just gonna hopefully fall back and not think about anything they're saying. But as long as I'm still a commissioner for these next 2 years, I'm gonna fight every day, every single day. I'm gonna wake up and fight. I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up and fight. It don't matter what happened. We're gonna fight and we're gonna get the park district back. That's the plan.
And for our viewers, could you just tell us who you are again, and then tell us when you were elected?
I'm Commissioner Cotton, Harvey Park District. I was elected in 2020. Oh my gosh, dang! I've been going with this for so long. I forgot when I was elected, but it was 2 years ago. It was the previous election. I'm sorry, I don't even remember the exact date no more.
And you said, at what point were you locked out of your email, the buildings? Tell people. At the
point when I started asking about finances, when I had asked about, because I specifically just had an idea, I said, you know what, I think the kids really benefit was a community garden. And after that, I had scheduled a meeting with Dr. Keisha McCaskill and Floyd, and I said, hey, I want to see what's up with the finances so we can kind of, go through what we can figure out to maybe get this off the ground. She's like, well, we don't really have any money and we don't really get that much money. And she's like, the residents around here don't really pay their taxes. Like, she's not going to tell you this out in public because she was trash talking people, but the residents around here are poor, and that's basically what she was saying. I was like, well, we got to figure it out because we still got a job to do. And that's when they was like, well, they kind of just brushed me off. And after that, came back, they stopped blocking. They never sent me another meeting notice. After that, and then the one time I did show up to meeting, because I found out, like, through the grapevine and not from them, they didn't show up. Nobody was here. And then I sent the email saying, hey, I tried to come to board meeting, but I'm taking off work for these days. We don't get paid for this, so I need y'all to, y'all need to let me know. She responded, oh, well, none of the commissioners can make it, and she just didn't tell me that. So after that, I just like, okay. So I try to show up when I can, and I can't do nothing. They're not posting them on the door, so there's no way to find a board meeting.
How often are the board meetings supposed to be?
They're supposed to be every month. A board meeting's supposed to be every month, but they're every quarter. Who came up with that? I don't know. How are we paying bills every 3 months? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know one electric company I can call them and say, hey, give me 2 more months, and I'm gonna hit you back on the quarter end. That doesn't even make sense. So basically, you're walking around using the park district as a personal checkbook. Because nobody's approving bills, nobody's saying no, yes, nothing.
And why do so many of our parks look so run down? Were you able to figure out?
The money. That's exactly why. They're not investing them. Actually, you know what? Let me correct that, because I can't say stealing the money. They're misappropriating funds. Put it that way. So I just want to correct that, misappropriating funds. Because if you actually use the money that we're supposed to be used for, the parks will look nearly like they do now. I think on paper we got 22 parks. Where in Harvey is there 22 parks?
And could you explain, like, we saw something about they wanted to open a new pool?
Honestly, I don't know anything about that.
And Napoleon Harris gave supposedly like $1 million, and
I wouldn't even be able to tell you, honestly. They don't tell me anything finances. When I first got elected 2 years ago, they told me we were supposed to have this big field house built. Still haven't seen it even start construction for it. Okay. They said we had got grants for over $5 million. This is what Director McCaskill told me, and the President Floyd at the time. But I don't even understand why he's here. How is he here and he just got beat off the last election? That doesn't make sense. What was supposed to happen today was she was supposed to come in, we were supposed to call the order, and then she was supposed to get not sworn in, but we were supposed to pick chairs for each department. But we don't have any chairs, we don't have a treasurer, we don't have anything. None of this stuff is happening. This is the type of stuff that they just got used to doing because they just been allowed to. Nobody has checked and balanced nothing they've been doing.
So according to, you were saying that Mr. McCaskill, you believe, still has control over the finances?
I know for a fact he does, because Lakeisha herself tried to go up to the Chase and request documents for Park District bank accounts, previous accounts that they had closed. Because what they're doing is they moving the account, the money to one account, close the account, move to another one, and there's no real paper trail. He stopped her from getting documents saying, you don't have access to them.
And I should clarify, Anthony, I should say, not Aaron. Anthony, I meant Anthony McCaskill.
But
okay.
After she paid $90 to get them, they told her, you don't have access to them, your name's on the account. How you tell a commissioner of a park district that she can't get her documents for an account that she's supposed to be over?
Exactly. And then they gave you pushback when you started to ask where the money was?
About finances and stuff, that's when they stopped telling me about the meetings, and then supposedly I got a letter from Delgado after I hired an attorney to see what's going on. That's when I had requested more documents. That's when they responded with the letter saying, oh, you've been removed from the board as of January.
Did they give a reason?
Huh?
Did they give a reason?
I owed a debt because I didn't attend a conference. I didn't attend a park district conference, which this is what they said is the grounds for my removal.
Okay, wow.
But I distinctly, I have text messages between me and the executive director saying I won't be able to attend. And she said, okay, she's gonna see what she can do. But I shouldn't be reimbursed. I didn't receive any money from the park district to go to a conference, so why would I pay the park district back anything? Even after I told you I'm not gonna be able to go.
And who was elected to take Floyd Coleman's position?
Lakeisha was.
So that's Lakeisha.
Lakeisha beat Floyd.
Okay. Wow, so he shows up and has his name tag and even tries to open the meeting.
Yep.
And he is no longer an elected official, to be clear.
Official.
That's what I thought.
And they didn't even want to let people in until 6, and then said, well, there's no public comment. How's there no public comment because nobody filled out a card? You didn't let them in at 6. As soon as everybody sat down, you called a meeting order. You didn't say question cards over there. Nobody's at the table telling them. The receptionist that was sitting there taking the minutes, which the secretary should have been doing, should have been over there telling them, hey, these are the question cards. You can fill them out if you want a question or if you want to say something.
Right.
So it's just the way they have this structure right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And
I hope it comes to a close real soon.
Can you clarify? So, Miss Powell, Felicia Powell, right? So what's her position again?
She's just a receptionist. That's it.
So wait, did she? But it all happened so fast. Did she call for the meeting to adjourn?
That's what it sounded like.
So she, to be clear, she is not on the board. She's an employee.
I'm not sure because it did happen really fast. All I know is she started calling the roll, and then she said meeting adjourned. Which I don't even know how she didn't even have the authority to say that. All she could just say motion passed or not. You can't say meeting adjourned. That's not your role to say that.
I was confused because I thought, wait, is she on the board? I thought she was an employee. Okay.
She's not.
So because I did hear that. She said meetings adjourned, and then she started picking up the name tags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, picking them name tags and rushing out. That's because she's a full-time employee, supposedly a full-time employee, but she works at the Ford plant and does everything else, and somehow is never here.
And what happens if you were to go to the Park District headquarters on Broadway, sort of across from City Hall? Are you allowed access?
They won't let me go through the front door. They have a big old glass wall, like as if it's a convenience store, and nobody can go past it. Not even the commissioners, or at least the commissioners that they don't like, which is me and Lakeisha.
So maybe one day I would love to actually go live and go with you guys and see, to get that on camera, because that's pretty huge.
Yeah,
to not be allowed access like that. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind at all. And another thing, we had a Juneteenth event. Me and Lakeisha hosted one. Normally the Park District Commissioners is from what I was told when I first got elected. Park District Commissioners get they get 24 hours combined of any facility, whether it be the Gloria Taylor Center, a park, or anything. And then it's just you get 24 hours for the year. So I maybe used once before my father's birthday party, that 8-hour block, but I technically had 16 hours left. Lakeisha just got sworn to the board, and we wanted to do an event for the community, and she tried to charge her for the park. She told her that you would only get a discount. You wouldn't be able to actually get the park for free, even though it's a community event that we wanted to host. So it's just like you only get what they got to offer if it benefits them.
And is there any like manual about policies or standard operating procedures or anything that you've been able to see?
Nothing that they won't give to us.
Okay.
Because if there was one, the receptionist wouldn't have called the meeting to an end.
Right. So it sounds like it's even hard for you to judge what is right because you haven't been provided that information.
It's a dictatorship in here. This is my first time sitting on the board, so yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know every Robert's Rule of Order, and I don't know every aspect of it, but I know for a fact that is wrong. I've seen other board meetings to know that is wrong. That's just what it comes down to.
And every time you guys ask for more information,
you just get more stonewalling and no responses. Like the director previously before January, when I would call her, phone would go straight to my voicemail. When I would text her, no response. I had to start messaging her on Facebook in order to get responses. And then all of a sudden she blocked me on there. Because I had proof of her blocking me after me keep constantly asking for information.
And for our viewers that don't know, can you explain how the McCaskills are controlling both of these boards and all the overlap?
So her husband is the president of the library board, but her daughter, which is Armani McCaskill, which is a commissioner over here, is a trustee on the library board. And then they have Felicia Powell, which is the receptionist in there. She's on the board as well. And then I don't know who else they got, because I don't know for sure. But I know for a fact that's 3 that they got right now. And then his wife is a consultant for the library board, collecting like 30 grand. I don't know what she's getting paid over here, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a decent amount. And now she's a commissioner. There's no way you can juggle all 3 of them jobs successfully.
And what is Keisha McCaskill's role at the Park District?
She's the executive director.
Okay, so to be clear, just Keisha alone, she's executive director for the parks. Mm-hmm. She's a consultant for the Harvey Public Library. She's the Cook County Commissioner. Am I forgetting anything?
And I think she's some type of consultant at the Wing Creek Hotel. I'm not sure 100%, but that's something else I've heard too.
And then Anthony McCaskill is treasurer in Dixmoor.
He's treasurer in Dixmoor, yeah.
He serves as the president of the Harvey Library Board, as well as... I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Here. That's the problem. As far as I know, he's not employed here. So how does a non-employee who's just married to the executive director have access to the finances, to the bank accounts? Doesn't make sense. Make sense.
And you know he has access because he was the one that denied
request records, and he told her he met her at the bank and said you can't have those and told the bank not to give them to him, and the bank had to listen only because his name is on the account.
Oh, so they never took his name off.
They never took his name off.
Was he the prior treasurer, Mr. McCaskill?
I'm not sure what it is. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't even. The history is so hard to find here because they don't publish anything online, and it's no record anywhere. The record keeper here, whoever it is horrible.
And you said there's no treasurer right now.
There's no treasurer. As far as I know, that there's no treasurer. There's no elected board member that's a treasurer. No.
So who should be on the board? So it should be you. You said
it's supposed
Lakeisha.
To be me, Lakeisha, Aaron, Armani. So truthfully, them 2 shouldn't be there because your mama is the executive director, so that's direct benefit. And then you got Joyce. Joyce.
She was the elderly
She was
lady?
the elderly lady, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So how Floyd was here, I don't know.
That's great. I've never seen that in my
I've never
coverage
seen that somebody
before.
lose an election and show up to a board meeting and just take a seat. I've never seen
This
that.
is crazy.
Never.
Never
But
seen
this
that.
is the type of stuff that happens at the Harvey Park District.
Wow. Well, no, I'm so glad you were able to give us so much good information, and I would love to follow up with you guys if you're okay with that.
Definitely can. Definitely can.
Because we want to know where our tax money is going.
Yeah, because the city is not the only people that people are getting taxed from, and I think that's what sometimes people get a little bit stuck on just the city and not realizing that there's other taxing bodies and there's other people misappropriating money. It's not just the city. So everybody's property tax going up. It's not just the city bringing them up. It's the park district too because we misspending money.
And a lot of parents have complained, at least to me, about the lack of park district programs for the community. Given what we pay in our taxes.
But if you look on Facebook, we got all these programs and they all labeled closed. Every last program that they start, it goes up for about 3 days and then it's labeled closed. So who's filling these programs? I'm not sure, because I know it's definitely not Harvey residents. Because every time I run into a Harvey resident, they ask me what's happening with the park district. And I say, I wish I could tell you.
Wow. Okay. Because I was wondering that. Does the park district manage like the baseball? Like Harvey used to have a very popular Little League program, football program, things like that. Is that under the park district?
It should be. I would say it should be. If they manage them anymore, no.
Okay.
I guess it costs too much money. That's less money for them to misuse if they actually did.
Okay. So yeah, what do parents do if they want their kids to be involved in activities?
I mean, I would recommend taking them to the library board, but the library board is no longer good anymore either. So they could have taken the programs at the library. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't have anything to offer right now. I wanted to I still might start a summer or something garden folk program in the fall, and I might have to just pay for it out of pocket so the community gets something. But as of right now, I mean, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, no, thank you, trustee. Thank you for sharing with us. Did you guys?
When's the next meeting?
It's supposed to be every quarter. Supposedly, it's supposed to be every month, but it's every quarter. So whatever the next second Tuesday of the next quarter is. So they have 4 meetings a year, and if you don't call me for the first two, that's the crazy part. How do you not remove me for not showing up to a meeting if y'all supposedly have a meeting? You remove me from a debt and not for me not showing up. That's crazy. Because that would have gave you more grounds to remove me for. Not a debt that doesn't exist. But you can't do that because you're not having meetings. Okay.
Wow, this is crazy.
All right.
I just wanted to give you an opportunity to share because Trustee Cotton was sharing. Thank you again, or Commissioner. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names.
Commissioner Cotton.
Oh yes. But yeah, would you want to clarify anything or share anything or your frustrations? You are the newest commissioner.
I am.
So congratulations on your election.
Thank you.
My first question is, Mr. Cotton said that you were elected to replace Floyd Coleman, and he was the first, as we came to the room, he was the first face we saw sitting at the table with his name tag. I am so confused. I've never seen that in my life. Why?
Listen, I'm confused. I didn't know what to expect coming in here to the first meeting. By the way, this was my first time meeting, and I didn't really even meet Aaron McCaskill or Amir. I didn't really even meet him. Basically, we were held out because they were already in there, obviously. When
Right.
we walked in, they were in. But we were held out because we were waiting on Aaron McCaskill and Amir McCaskill. So, to come in.
And Aaron was the gentleman that had the hood over his head?
He was the one with the dreads, with the hood.
Okay.
Correct. And then the sister is the one with the dreads and the glasses. Still haven't cordially or formally met them. Still haven't met them.
And when were you elected?
May 3rd. No, April 1st, I'm sorry. But I was sworn in May 3rd of 2025.
And it's July 8th.
Correct.
And you still did not
And
meet them.
I still did not meet them. So, to me, it was just a mess. It was a mess. We walked into pretty much an ambush. They had already had this set up. Again, there was no documentation of this meeting. I did reach out, did not get a response, and so here we are.
Wow.
Here we are. And then now they're telling Wayman he's off the board, but technically he's not. He is still a commissioner. We've already verified that. So
That's
yeah.
crazy. And again, like Wayman had told us, you two are not allowed to enter the Park
We
District
can't-
facility,
we can't
the
come
office.
into any of the facilities. They don't want us to come into any of the facilities. We don't have any keys. We keep asking for what, basically what's the budget? What kind of money are they spending? We don't know. When they have these events, we don't know about the events because they never tell us. We don't know what's going on. We're kept in the dark.
Wow. Okay.
We are kept in the dark. So yes.
Have you suffered any other retaliation for basically trying to do your job?
Well, I can tell you this, that on Juneteenth, we could not have a Juneteenth event in the park. We were told we couldn't have it in the park, so we ended up having it at Washington Elementary School because we could not give back. And this was a Juneteenth event that me and Wayman both did, and also distinguished gentlemen, shouts out to distinguished gentlemen. We got together and did this Juneteenth event for the community. And it's a shame that we couldn't do it with the board members. It's sad. It's really sad.
So so even though you're a commissioner on our park district that we pay taxes for, you had to go to another
of course
board altogether to get a space.
Absolutely. You have to go to a whole nother board.
Wow.
Yes.
So what would you like to see happen next, or what?
I want to see change. We need to actually help the community and not pacify it like, oh, hey, we'll do a little event right here and then that'll be it. Oh, we'll go over here and we'll do an event over here and make it look like we're doing something. No, I'm here to bring about change, as well as Wayman. Wayman wants the same thing I want. We want a better community. That's what we want. We want to hear the voices from the community. What is it that the people of Harvey want? What do they want to see change in the Harvey Park District?
I'd asked Wayman about that. A lot of parents have come to me and said, I feel like there's just not a lot for my kids to do. Unless we go through maybe the schools or something. So is that something that you're open to? If parents are saying, hey, we would like to have a baseball program, basketball, what have you?
We're open to hear what they want because it's about the community. It's about the community.
And I should say the arts too. I don't want to leave because I was a big arts nerd, so we don't want to forget all that.
It's whatever the community asks us to do. We want to try to push for that for the community.
And do you have any comment regarding? I know at the event last night, we heard Keisha McCaskill, explaining all of her accomplishments because she is going to be running for a full term for the Cook County Commissioner. I mean, do you feel that voters should be supporting her, given that first of all, we were told she has a lot of positions. Wayman explained that to us, but also given your personal experience with being commissioner here and seeing how she does her work as executive director, how do you feel about that?
So the only contact that I've had with her is via email. That's it. Do I feel that she's too busy? Yes, I do. Because the only contact I have had, and the last contact I had with her, I want to say was like mid-May. I have not had any other contact from Dr. Keisha McCaskill since then. So yes, do I feel that she's really busy? Yeah, I think that she's too busy to be in the position that she's in as executive director over the park district. I think she should focus more on whatever else she's doing.
Do you know how much that position pays?
I don't exactly. You would have to ask Wayman because I'm new to the board.
And he said I don't think he was given the figures either.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly how much it is. Although we've requested it, but